Hello everyone, this is Pat's Garage. Just basically making a quick video going over some issues I ran into with this. It's basically a knockoff cooler work shifter. Build quality is quite nice. It's basically a direct copy of a cooler work shifter. I'm sure there's some structural differences, probably in this plate down below. That'd be my main concern. But other than that, it seems like a really nice piece. So, yeah, basically the issues I ran into were that piece. Let's focus. So, right down there, that gray piece in the middle, that was too wide, so that had to be machined down along with the center pin that everything kind of rides on and clamps together. That gray piece in the middle kind of floats freely so you can shift, and everything's clamped on a pin. I also drilled out the pin so I could run the factory hardware instead of using Allen keys. And I mean, you can see I probably don't love Allen keys. So everything's M10 instead of using Allen keys. So, basically, when you install it, also, let's see if I can. Well, nothing's really connected right now, so maybe I shouldn't fuck with that. But basically, that bolt down there, get it slightly tight, but you'll most likely need to loosen it to adjust the shifter's side-to-side position. So yeah, basically when I tightened it up, I thought that something was wrong because it was way far over. But basically that allows for a lot of adjustment side to side when you loosen up that bolt down there. So you can kind of get everything centered side to side and then move it forward and backward. But the main issue I was running into is I could not shift into second. It didn't shift into second super well. It did shift in, but I couldn't shift into fourth and sixth. And the reason is it was hitting this. So cut off the side at kind of an angle. Initially, I was just going to cut off this larger chunk. This shifter is not necessarily meant for this vehicle. It's meant for like a B5 S4, but I figured the shifter rods are basically the same, so it should work. I don't think the B5 S4s have this weight, so that's kind of, I think, the main difference. So, yeah, when I had it out of the car, it seemed like it was pretty close, but yeah, I thought it would clear. When I got it in, yeah, I forgot and was messing around trying to figure out why it wouldn't shift, and then eventually I noticed that. So now it should clear. Hopefully I don't need to take it back out again and cut the entire piece off, but I'm pretty sure it'll go into fourth and sixth now. So should be all set. I'm going to get to installing this. Like and subscribe if you found this helpful. I'm going to go over one more thing. So I finally got the motor in. So, and it's not Garrett. It's from China. But yeah, it took some effort to do this. But got the water lines ran. Normally it's a straight up, like same type of fitting as that. But the factory waterline bolts from this car actually fit the Summit wastegate. So that made it easy. This line needed to be bent as well for the power steering. And yeah, this water pump also, the electric water pump, needed to be changed. I know a lot of people don't run them as well normally, but I'm pretty sure this one's going to fit under the intake manifold, so it's definitely going to fit. I'm not super worried about it. I also have a David Craig unit as well. If this one fails, that I'll just swap in, and it's the same one that I'm going to be using for the electric, like water to air intercooler pump. So And if I didn't cover before, basically there's going to be one cooler right there, and then there's going to be two over here with a fan behind it. So it's basically going to go from the tank back there, or like right here. So it goes from the tank there to the cooler. I can't remember. I think these pumps work best if they're pushing. I gotta double check. But either it'll go tank, pump, then to the water to air intercooler, down to the first radiator, across to the rear one, and then across to the rear top, I think, down, and then up to this one again, that's in front of it, and then what's called back to the bottom, and then back to the tank. So it's going to be a little complicated, and the routing for it is going to need to actually come over and around this. So I got to make sure all that works, which I'm pretty sure it will, but there's going to be some work involved with getting this all to work. So, but yeah, I'm also going to make the mount to the actual engine. So I'm going to end up using a bracket that's right here for the bottom of the water cooler, and then there's probably going to be a plate welded to it, or not a plate, but a piece going sideways like this, and then I'm going to make two pieces coming up from that go to the brackets that get welded to the water to air. So it's basically going to be sitting kind of at this angle, and then so this basically does a 45 out, and there's going to be a short pipe coming down to it, and yeah, actually it's probably going to need to get situated a little lower. Okay. All right, I'm going to see if I can, I'll need to put the fender liner back in, but yeah, there's just plenty of things that need to change, but it is getting there, and yeah, I'm looking forward to this car being driving, which it has not done in a while. So anyways, I'm going to get back to work and installing the shifter. I think I'm happy with this video, so I don't feel like making another one. You all have a good rest of your day, and yeah, like and subscribe if you found this helpful or interesting. All right, bye for now.